Your utility company reported record profits last quarter. Not record service, not record reliability, record profits. While the average American household paid $1,400 more for electricity in the last 2 years than they did before 2020. And right now, sitting in the discount aisle of your local hardware store or dollar retailer, there is a $6 ceramic device that the entire home energy industry has spent decades making sure you associate with grandmothers and dusty garages. Not with savings, not with strategy, not with the documented fact that zone heating with a personal ceramic unit, combined with dropping your central thermostat, is validated by the U.S. Department of Energy as one of the highest impact, lowest cost energy reduction moves available to any American homeowner. Nobody framed it that way for you, because framing it that way cost utility companies money, your money, every single month. Stick with me, because in the next few minutes I'm going to show you exactly how a $6 ceramic heating element works at the physics level, why it outperforms your central heating system in ways that should make you genuinely angry, what the Department of Energy actually says about zone heating that your utility company's website carefully omits, and how to use this trick starting tonight to cut the single largest line item on your electric bill by amounts that will make you question every winter you've lived through without knowing this. This is not about a space heater. This is about understanding how your home's heating system was designed, and who it was designed to benefit. Here is the number your utility company hopes you never look up. Heating and cooling account for 43% of the average American home's total energy consumption. According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, not 10%, not 20%, 43 cents of every dollar on your electric or gas bill is temperature control. And here's the part of that number that should stop you cold. Right now, at this exact moment, your central heating system is maintaining a set temperature in your bedroom, your spare bedroom, your hallway, your laundry room, your basement, every room in your home, simultaneously, whether you are in those rooms or not. Your central system does not ask which room you occupy. It does not adjust for the fact that you spend 90% of your home hours in 3 rooms at most. It heats everything, all of it, all the time, at full cost, and you pay for every BTU of heat pushed into rooms you haven't entered since Tuesday. This is not an accident of engineering. Central HVAC systems were designed and standardized in the post-war American building boom. They were designed for houses. They were paired with utility infrastructure. And the entire billing model that utility companies have built their revenue projections around for 70 years depends on you heating every square foot of your home every single hour of the heating season. The moment you stop doing that, their revenue projection has a problem. Now let's talk about the ceramic element inside that $6 device, and why the material science behind it is more sophisticated than most people realize. The heating element in a personal ceramic space heater uses something called a PTC ceramic, positive temperature coefficient. This is not the glowing red coil in an old electric baseboard heater. This is not resistance wire. PTC ceramic is a crystalline material engineered with a specific and remarkable property. As it heats up, its electrical resistance automatically increases, which means it automatically draws less power as it reaches operating temperature, which means it self-regulates. It does not overheat. It does not waste energy burning past the point of effective heating. It finds its optimal operating temperature and stays there, drawing only the electricity it needs to maintain that temperature. No thermostat cycling, no warm-up waste, no energy spike, just steady, efficient, self-regulated ceramic heat output. This technology was developed in industrial applications and refined over decades. It is now available in a handheld device for $6 at a discount retailer. And it is the physical mechanism that makes zone heating work. Here is how zone heating actually cuts your bill. The strategy has 2 moves. Both are simple. Both are documented. Move 1. Drop your central thermostat. The Department of Energy states clearly and without qualification that you can save as much as 10% per year on heating and cooling costs by simply turning your thermostat back 7 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit for 8 hours a day. Not slightly back, 7 to 10 degrees for 8 hours. 10% from one number change. But here is where most people stop. They drop the thermostat and immediately feel colder. So they put it back. Because they didn't execute Move 2. Move 2, a $6 ceramic heater in the room you actually occupy. You drop the central system to 60 or 62 degrees. Your house runs cold. Your empty rooms run cold. Your spare bedroom, your garage, your hallway run cold. You do not care because you are not in those rooms. You are in your living room or your home office or your bedroom. And in that room, a personal ceramic unit is maintaining 68 to 70 degrees for you specifically, for the 80 square feet around you, not the 2,000 square feet your central system is paying to heat whether you're there or not. The DOE's own modeling shows that heating one occupied zone with a personal heater while maintaining a reduced whole home temperature saves more energy than it costs to run the personal unit in the vast majority of home configurations. That math has been documented since the 1980s. Your utility company has known about it for 40 years. Their customer education materials have never once led with it. Now let me make this concrete with real numbers. The average American home pays approximately $900 to $1,200 per year for space heating. That is the heating line item alone. A reduction of 40 to 50% on that line item, which is documented and achievable with consistent zone heating strategy, saves $360 to $600 per year. A $6 ceramic heater, running in one room, for one heating season, costs approximately $40 to $60 in additional electricity, depending on usage hours. Net savings, $300 to $540 in year one. Every year after that, the $6 device is already paid for. The math is not close. It is not marginal. It is the kind of math that utility companies are not in the business of teaching you. Here is the historical piece that lands differently every time I come back to it. Ceramic thermal mass has been used as a heating strategy for longer than any modern utility company has existed. Ancient Romans built ceramic tile stoves called hypocausts. Thermal mass ceramic heating systems called kachelofen have been used in Central Europe for over 500 years. These systems worked on the same principle. Use a dense ceramic material to absorb heat. Release it slowly and evenly into an occupied space. Maintain human comfort in the zone where humans actually are. Not in the storage room. Not in the empty corridor. Not in the room no one entered since last Wednesday. This is not new thinking. This is engineering that predates electricity by centuries. And the $6 version of it is currently sitting in a bin at your local discount store next to extension cords and phone chargers, waiting. Now here is the application breakdown. What to buy, where to position it, and the mistake that cuts your savings in half before you start. What to buy. Any personal ceramic space heater rated between 750 and 1,500 watts with a PTC ceramic element. At the $6 to $15 price point, look at discount retailers, dollar stores, and hardware store seasonal sections. At this price point, you are looking for the ceramic element designation specifically. Ceramic coil, ceramic PTC. These terms on the box confirm you have the right technology. Avoid older-style wire resistance heaters. They do not self-regulate. They run at full draw continuously. They cost more to operate and deliver less consistent heat. Placement. Position the unit at floor level in the room you occupy most. Heat rises. A floor-level ceramic unit heats the air column above it, which circulates naturally through the room. Do not place it in a corner facing the wall. Do not place it under furniture. Center it on the floor or on a low surface with at least 3 feet of clearance in every direction. The room. Close the door. This is the step most people miss. Zone heating only functions as zone heating if you contain the zone. An open door to a hallway connected to a cold house means your ceramic unit is now attempting to heat a square footage it was never designed for. Close the door. Heat the room. The thermostat. Drop it before you turn the ceramic unit on, not after. Drop the central thermostat to 60 to 62 first. Give the central system 30 minutes to reduce its load. Then activate your ceramic unit in the occupied zone. You are now heating 80 square feet instead of 2,000, and your utility meter is running at a fraction of its previous rate. Now here is the full picture, because this channel does not give you half the information. Ceramic zone heating works best in homes where heating represents a significant share of the energy bill. In climates where winter is mild and cooling is the dominant cost, the savings calculation changes. Apply this strategy to your cooling bill by reversing it. Use a small personal fan to maintain comfort in your occupied zone while raising the central thermostat. Same principle, same documented savings, different season. Also, ceramic space heaters are not appropriate for use in bathrooms or anywhere moisture is present without explicit waterproofing certification on the unit. Check the unit's safety rating before placing it in any humid environment. And one more thing that belongs here. Do not leave a personal space heater running in an unoccupied room or while sleeping without a unit that has auto shutoff and tip-over protection built in. Modern units at even the $6 to $15 price point include both features as standard. Check the box before you buy. These precautions are simple, and they are the same basic awareness you apply to any appliance. The strategy itself is safe, documented, and endorsed by the Department of Energy. Here is what stays with me every time I think about this. PTC ceramic heating technology was refined through industrial and aerospace research. The Department of Energy has published zone heating guidance since the Carter administration. That's almost 50 years of official documentation confirming that heating the space you occupy instead of the space you own cuts your heating bill dramatically. 50 years. And in that same 50 years, the U.S. electric utility industry grew from a $50 billion market to a $430 billion annual revenue industry. Built almost entirely on the assumption that you will continue heating every room in your home, every hour of every winter, without question, without calculation, without ever picking up a $6 ceramic device and doing the math yourself. The EIA confirmed this year that energy prices will keep climbing through 2026 and into 2027. Grid demand from AI data centers is accelerating. Capacity auction prices cleared at 11 times their 2-year-ago levels. None of that is reversing. Your bill is not going down by waiting. The utility company's pricing model is not going to suddenly start working in your favor. The only variable in this equation that you control is how many square feet you decide to heat, and how much of your home's 43% heating load you decide to hand to a $6 ceramic element instead of a central system billing you for every empty room in the building. I don't know your situation or why you're watching this. Maybe you opened your heating bill this month and the number crossed a threshold that sent you looking for answers. Maybe you've been watching energy prices climb for 3 years and you're done waiting for relief that isn't coming. Maybe you're just someone who finds it genuinely worth knowing that the Department of Energy has published the zone heating math for half a century, while utility companies built a $430 billion industry on the assumption you'd never read it. Whatever brought you here, the answer is the same. Drop the central thermostat to 60. Close the door to your occupied room. Turn on a $6 ceramic PTC heater. Heat the 80 square feet around you, not the 2,000 square feet your utility company has been billing you for. 43% of your electric bill, sitting in the rooms you don't occupy, waiting for you to stop paying for it. Now you know how, and your utility company is going to notice. Take care, and I'll see you in the next.